A certain kind of post appears on social media with predictable regularity. The person announces that they are taking no days off. They are pushing through barriers that stop other people. The language is maximalist. The tone is triumphant. The implication is that this person is tougher than everyone else. This is performance. It is not the same thing as discipline. The performance of effort and the practice of effort are two different activities. One is directed toward an audience. The other is directed toward a personal standard. The confusion between them is the source of a reliable pattern. The people who talk loudest about extreme effort are often the first to disappear. The inverse relationship is not accidental. The performance and the durability are in tension. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Consistency, from fitness to flourishing. Why the loudest go quiet first. The performance of extreme effort consumes energy that could be used for the practice itself. Every post about the workout is time not spent recovering, preparing, or simply doing the next workout. Every declaration of no days off creates a public commitment that the person must either meet or explain. The public commitment adds pressure. The pressure demands a response. The response is often more performance. The deeper issue is that the performance is usually compensatory. A person who is secure in their practice does not need to announce it. The person who announces it is often trying to convince themselves. The loudest signal is the one that is most in doubt. This is not a moral judgment. It's a pattern. The person who posts about every workout is not lying. They're trying to hold themselves accountable. But the external accountability is a substitute for an internal standard. And the internal standard is the only thing that lasts. The performance conceals the real work. The discipline is not a spectacle. It's a neutral practice of returning attention to a chosen standard. Reinforcement when you meet it, redirection when you do not. Data and return. There is nothing to post about. The aligned day is not a victory. The missed day is not a tragedy. The work is quiet. The performance of extreme effort conceals this reality. It presents discipline as a dramatic struggle, a war against the self that must be won every day. This framing is exhausting. It's also inaccurate. The discipline is not a war. It's a practice. A person who treats every workout as a battle will eventually run out of fight. A person who treats every workout as a simple alignment with a chosen standard can go on indefinitely. The dramatic framing also creates a trap. When discipline is a war, a break is a defeat. The defeat is total. The war is lost. The person who has been performing the war cannot quietly return the next day. They have to stage a comeback, and the comeback requires more performance. The cycle is exhausting. The private act of choosing. Personal excellence is enacting your values. It's the alignment of your choices with a standard you have chosen. It's not a display or performance for others. It's a private act of coherence between what you believe and what you do. A person who acts rightly for an audience is not acting authentically. The audience changes the motivation. The motivation changes the act. The act performed for an audience is not an act of integrity. It is impression management. It's outer directed when it should be internally consistent regardless who happens to be there. The person who lives their highest values in private, without announcement, without performance, is practicing real personal excellence. The person who performs for an audience is practicing something else. The two can look the same from the outside. They are not the same on the inside. What quiet consistency looks like. Quiet consistency is unremarkable and often goes unnoticed. A person who trains for years without interruption does not post about it. They have no need to. The practice is integrated. It's not a battle or a triumph. It's simply what they do. The smallest action that keeps the standard alive matters more than the largest effort on the best day. The person who lasts is not the person who pushes hardest on the good days. The person who lasts is the person who shows up on the bad days. They keep moving forward even at a minimum level where others would have used the bad day as an excuse to do nothing. The person who lasts does not need their grit to be a statement. 4 signs of quiet consistency. 1. The standard is defined and stable. It does not fluctuate with mood. 2. The practice is not announced. It is done. 3. The return after a break is immediate. No negotiation, no explanation. Just back at it. 4. The person does not compare their practice to others. The standard is chosen. The alignment is personal. The people who last. The inverse relationship holds. The loudest voices are the first to drop off. The people who last are the ones you do not hear about. Quiet practitioners endure because their standard is not a performance, but a self-definition. They are not, in quotes, trying to be disciplined. They are enacting the kind of person they have decided to be. Their actions are expressions of identity, not attempts at validation. Identity does not require motivation or spectacle. It requires coherence, the alignment between the person you claim to be and the person you actually are when no one is watching. This is why quiet consistency lasts. It is not fueled by attention. It's fueled by identity. The people who last have made a deeper choice. They have chosen to inhabit their standard rather than advertise it. They have chosen to live their values rather than perform them. They have chosen to be the kind of person who returns, not the kind who announces a return. The choice is invisible. The identity is not. And over time, identity outperforms intensity every single time. To exercise consistency and become the person who follows through on their most important goals, join the Act Score Challenge. That's it for today. Catch you next time.